Today na the 16th day of December 2021. Small, we dey reach at the end of 2021. We wan go na Parliament today because the new Leone, the new currency, the currency re-denomination wey be get for pass na Parliament don pass na Parliament. How? You go know. If you don't follow we and this currency re-denomination, you go know better one but But if you not don't follow we where we dey count with on this platform, well, I go up small for remind you. But before that, quick update from Nakovac. Ou de do amo. How they tell we, and so say they can't tell you now. Into remember say yesterday, na be 14 new cases. Well, today na minus 10. So na 4 new cases. And the 4 new cases, 2 na from Western area urban, and 2 na from inbound passengers. Inbound passengers. Wetin dey go on with we? With all these positive cases na the airport. Yes, we know say the vaccine not 100% they protect you with what man call efficacy. But at least anyway, let's tell you for waiting and see. The one for member we say yesterday na be 14 confirmed new case. 12 na from inbound passengers then, 2 na from Western area urban. They say the relevant protocol fully activated. Which one? Well, now they go no more. The COVID-19 response, then say go team up tranga like a big cotitri. And then go open the eye like mountain fat foot. Usai na the point of entry them. Na the point of entry. They say but not today no more. Inside we community them locally. Then they watch better one for suppress the transmission. Hey, Papa God Nakaim. Nakovac. Locally. Una watch the for suppress transmission. That's what I see. How? My cousin they ask. How? Who they see the events the way they salon right now? We they see them. So which suppress we una they suppress the transmission? With all the loud gathering, without face mask, no social distancing. Well, sometimes can watch the announcer no they see. But the one with me, they see. Now me cousin say make I ask how. But anyway, they say locally, then they suppress. They say more so especially this Omicron. Any high transmission trend internationally. Agladi, internationally. Do ya? Nakovac. Let's just left internationally. So whatever una they do, we know they see. Una continue for do answer. So that the Omricon go just left internationally. Make you not go see inside salon. Okay? But what did they say? They say they want me and you for stay one, safe, and for stay positive. But not to COVID-19 positive. They want we for stay safe and stay positive, but not COVID-19 positive. Then they count. They say now 21 months where this outbreak, this pandemic, this koro don't enter salon. Then say make we resist. Make we resist. By way of manner, where we all go take the vaccine. Resist. Now take the vaccine. Get vaccinated now. Mask up properly. All this snap and paper. And hook somebody up with the precautionary information. If you see somebody they misbehave in one kind of way, you know a face mask, you know the washing hand, you know one social distance, you want to rub skin by you, advise her. Tell her say, but I didn't see, you know the work so. You need for the over and me the over. We need for wear the face mask. And cover the mouth and the nose. Not to under chin, not to the mouth no more and the nose thing I do. We need for be vaccinated. Okay. There we go. We na Sierra Leone people them. We na Bobo Pain them. We are resilient people, says Nakovac. We na Bobo Pain. Remember say, Corona fet. Now we all fet. Yours sincerely, Solomon Jamiu, Esquire, spokesperson, Nakovac. Again, remember say, Corona fet. Now we all fet. Go to Nakovac no more you go left and gi. Now we all Leone. I don't give the updates. The way man away then say then they do. Omricon they dance Maringa out of Sierra Leone internationally. They are on do am. Make you just continue for dance out of Sierra Leone. You see the UK? Now they knock people the red list. Also, now what the Omricon don't dance Maringa na all kind pala na the UK. They say no waiting. It's not necessary against her for make you get red list. Let's just pull the red list come on. Because we right now are the champion by the Omricon. Well, I for be saying I saw that country then now for knock the UK back by red list. But oh yeah. Some of we we come on at the UK for go saloon. Some of family then at the UK we get for go for saloon. So we don't say let them knock the UK red list. Let them feel. Let them say feel how people let me they feel. Because the red list self not be end up fine no. It not be end up fine for them. Some man say then they sue them because the hotel where they carry people go well. It's like saying a salon be. It's like a salon hotel they carry them go. So they make a bad headline. Plus then self don't turn chief now by the Omricon and say, well, no can give yourself bad name now. Now just pull this red list. You got them come together will be the knock red list. It look like say then they do better self pass way. But FBM safe now they provoke. No, well, not so they do. Jerome says I don't for put UK at the red. No, they don't do a move there. Eh? Some of you get for come out UK go saloon. Some of you family in the UK get for go saloon. There. With the big. Look on a parliament now. Then just a quick update. But the COVID-19 and us alone. We be me yari about this one for say the money they be re-denominated. 1,000 leons, they turn 1 leon. Then they pull 3 zeros. So, now the bank governor say, you know what thing? Make I explain to people. You go to the news. Inside that interview, if you remember, I think na Musa of 98. He be the press the bank governor for no when. The bank governor say, Mr. You just turn this question. I don't get for tell you who's them. Because I get for Usai, can go na parliament. So when the Minister of Finance be they go lay the budget for the fiscal year 2022, then we get for chuka inside it. So the parliamentarian themselves be saying, no waiting. The bank governor need for Kanaya within technical people, with finance people, make them can explain to we why. Would that be said Andy? Honorable Cherno Maju Ba Cherry Coco. Now him be say that. He said they need for Kame they can explain to we. Then an SLPP MP began for back them up. For say yes, not true. They need for can let them can explain. Well, the bank governor began for go. Now they explain the bank governor be they explain where he say in bribe $68 million na parliament. Now the explanation and the way be they explain. But if you remember well, then say before they debate them, make them get understanding for so that they know what they debate. Not so. Now so. Then be say, unless you don't forget. For say, you know what you get understanding. First, the bank governor and the technical team and the Ministry of Finance make them come, make them can explain to we, make we understand better one. Then we go debate now. Before them be say no debate, then they say no, I'll go debate to no understand this particular one about this re-denomination. Okay, bank governor go, he explain. So if per waiting and been talk, after the explanation of the bank governor and the technical team and the Ministry of Finance, waiting for be next. Now debate, not so? Yes. Because that's that they don't agree on. Then be able for debate? No. They no debate. Waiting do. Because on technicality, the SLPP MPs and the ruling side na parliament, then be they watch the opposing side. Because the opposing side, na them be they call say they need for debate. And then be they call them. Say they need for debate. So, the SLPP them be they watch the opposing side, the APC, waiting then go do. Then get in different SOs them, the stand in order they wouldn't can use. What? The SLPP side say the standing order where them for use mean to say the APC for write a letter. For write a letter requesting for debate. But remember, that's what they say for invite the bank governor. Then we don't say after they invite and don't then go debate. It look like if I say the one that will be called for the debate, then forget, then sleep na the wing. You go say, na so den SOC. Now make the honorable, for business, you see where opener, you go can't see just how they play the clip. You see where opener, they show. Say, according to this, na so una for be don't do. But una not do am. Una not do am. Alright. You want to know how Parliament be passed? With this under technicality, the APC, them bang over the head. Right? You decide. Them be supposed for debate time? Well, that's what them be say. But this time around, then turn back say, why them for even debate time? Why? Because una be don't say una the debater. Now they say they don't even know why them for debater. The little things they move for they pay attention pa. You know why they not think say they for debater anymore? Because the bank governor be don't tell we say they never print the money. So if the APC be really want for debate time, why make them not be done on top of the game? Check all the SO them. The standing order them. Check they all. But then we just go on now say, okay, today na debate to they can debate. And then they say, 21 days, it don't mature. And we see don't mature, so it don't done. 21 days. But see, they can watch from the opposing side. From the opposing side and from the ruling side. How them be turned the parliament into. Say the principal, the speaker. Himself he tire. He tire. Okay. Una lo go na parliament. Through AYV. Now so the game then bang the ball over APC the head na parliament.
The House of Parliament was expected to debate the instruments on the currency re-denomination, and a private member motion is on the other paper proposed by the opposition leader, Honorable Oba, but the motion was cut short before it was even seconded.
Honorable House debates the following statutory instruments. Bank of Sierra Leone Act No. 5 of 2019, the re-denomination of the Leone's Characteristics Regulation 2021, Statutory Instrument number 14 of 2021. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I firmly believe that the economy of this nation is so important and crucial at this point in time.
The leader of government business seeks for clarification on the intent of the motion.
To come with clear indications, because the provision in section 107 of the Constitution is very clear about statutory instruments. I'm expecting him to tell us, because we are debating, but we don't know what is the purpose of the debate. To nullify or to throw out the statutory instrument out of the chamber, or to access statutory instrument, in line with the provision of section 107 of the Constitution. We want our colleague who is the mover, as amended on the other paper, to tell us on what ground are we debating.
Already, the instrument has turned into law by itself after completing a 21-day maturity period without any notice of motion. The instrument was tabled before Parliament by the Finance Minister for Parliament to authorize or give legal backing to the bank governor's re-denomination project. The leader of opposition, Honorable Oba, had moved a motion for the ministry and the bank governor to engage Parliament in a pre-legislative hearing, which he hoped would be followed by a debate. Honorable Daniel Kroma of Constituency 046 points out that time stops when a motion is moved.
Unless Parliament, before the expiration of the said period of 21 days, announce any such orders, rules or regulation by vote of not less than 2/3 of members of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you and I know that problem of expiration of time does not apply anymore. Time stops to run when a notice of motion has been given for the instrument or the rule to be debated.
But his argument was checked after the Speaker and Leader of Government Business asked for a written copy of motion before going further, which was not presented by the opposition.
SO 25-2, I read, when notice of motion is required, said note shall be given in writing, signed by the member and addressed to the Clerk of Parliament. Said notice may be handed by a member to the Clerk of Parliament when Parliament is in sitting, or may be sent or left at the office of the clerk during working hours. Let him tell the notice in the chamber. I saw the man and I saw rule.
In the end, the Speaker expunged the item on the motion after several arguments and blame.
For an item to be included on the other paper, in the first place, is the sole responsibility of the business committee.
It's not my responsibility to go and change the document. It's a responsibility in your motion to serve all members in this chamber with the written notice of motion. What I carried from the hands that I got, you serve notice, you send in notice by a motion. You should not follow the procedure, the process here, 25-2, which you have not done.
Wrongly included, and the best way to go, and it was wrongly included by you. So the best way to go is to amend the other paper.
Honorable members, take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. I've had enough of this. I have received no written, I have seen no written notice as required by 25-2. I therefore rule,
Mr. Speaker, before you...
I therefore rule that this particular item on the other paper is out of order.
Speaker, you are refusing autocratically to the other side on a very important matter relating to the economic term of this country.
This means the country will be using new redenominated currency in 2 or 3 months' time. In another news, the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Honorable Singapore Solomon Thomas, tabled the 2020 Auditor's General Report on the accounts of Sierra Leone and the audit of Sierra Leone embassies and High Commission in Africa from January 2011 to December 2020. Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown. On the account of Sierra Leone and the audit of Sierra Leone embassies and High Commission in Africa.
Honorable members, sit down. Sit down, honorable members. Honorable members. Una sit down. I don't get enough of this. Una arguments. Una want to take care make market. Eh? Una sit down. And waiting at the ruling. Because the written notice for the motion, me I not get them. Well, case closed. Majority stands. They not debate them. Even though then I didn't sabi the SOs them. Now the argument. For say, well, it don't mature. Well, no, we for be well. In Tina, you say, as long as we don't come in, we don't interject. That majority they can stand down, and then we take over and say, okay, well, where the written notice? Eh? Where the written notice? So now, so then take Banga Mobile, just like that. A new currency, go in a salon. Well, even if them be debate them. Now I made them be ask say, what you want debate for? You want for nullify them or waiting? The leader of business, now he be the ask. He say, what in una want nullify her? Una want to go here and do? So tell una forget. Say the bank governor be don't talk, say, they can print the money. Eh? Even when the Speaker of the House say, well, because he not receive the written notice for the motion, we see the chief whip from the APC side they want the leader, the Speaker of Parliament say, by the way they behave so. It's not correct today, not correct tomorrow. But it is what it is. You get it? Well, if you don't get it, that's how take get new money. So I know tell you say forget it. Remember say, now so we take get new money. So this, I say, soon we go see specimen. From specimen now. You remember Naya? You remember? Or you don't forget? Who are they Naya remember? What thing I been say? Where I say sometimes the new money now for independence, then go the work and for. Before, I be the thing saying now for Christmas. Then we'll see Parliament step in. I say, well, it look like saying independence and they work for. So now they me still they look. Say something for April 27. Now we'll go get new money in a salon. I remember whether they talk say for sensitize the people. They need a lot of food soldiers them for sensitize the people of Sierra Leone. Well, you go say money in any land person. But let's not forget say we people them. Within at the interior part of the provinces. Yes. Then go the Gary say new money don't come on, new money don't come out. But how then self go able for they see the specimen them? How then self? How then self go able to sabi say na the new money this? Make them not go pass some for them. And we dey wait. For see how this new money turn. We dey wait. So the standing order where the APC feel to say then they work out with. Another one day back, we contradict that one day. And so some people they say constitution. Where subsection 1 tell you say you can slap. Paragraph 3, subsection 2 tell you say you cannot. You can only yek. Well, then they tell you say you can yek. Then that other part of the subsection tell you say even to yek is a crime. So it depends now who that they talk. They all do the yeking in the yanda. They all do the slapping in the obayanda. In the tell you say, it ain't the constitution I can slap. Then they could say, you can only yak. Then they back could say, no, you cannot even yak, not even slap. The same constitution. So it just depends on which side will you team up. That's the APC say, yes, majority, but once we don't come inside, then they fall apart, then they say, okay, well, if that they fall apart, when I need for right. Writing where? In Odi. That other man say, he said, but you can malo. Yes. But when you check the subsection, he say malo is not allowed. Only yek is allowed. But when you check the other part, it tells you say, So that's what constitution do. So it depends on who's part you team up. For let it serve you right. If you say the one way they serve you, what's that the other man can let quotes for you? So now I make the interpretation say for constitution. We don't they call say the political party then. Hey. The political party then, they one there. Then your party constitution then they don't don't shape her how they want. Eh? But we own country constitution, they cherry pick. Whether they can pick this thumb, whether they can pick down the toggle, then they can pick down the talk. And so, they say right now, anytime the president they talk, we don't abolish the death penalty, we don't abolish the criminal libel law. Now they pick. Now cherry picking. When they make the pumuide, they say, yes, then they do well. Okay. But see what would they call for? But the kind of attention where this don't get now. Now many politicians are afraid. Because before may soul rest in peace, there will be the fix him up before he die. Some people not be they pay attention, self. Say them be they review the constitution. But right now, let them try and back. Let them try no more small. For review the constitution. Small no more. You see yesterday people and they talk say no waiting. No, when you see this thing they happen so, or this service alone they pull entire so, and because the president get beaucoup power. Some of the power they inside the constitution, now pull and force ban yan. Police boss na for pick am whip and comot. Anti-corruption boss na for pick am whip and comot. Eh? Hey. Okay. But they no say we yai mountain fat foot self tell lie. Eh? We yai right now like mountain coco. Mountain coco par the constitution. It chair. So small thing no more. They say, well, we they call on Sierra Leoneans them. We they get I like now one green day. That meeting they no go down safe. For say for review the constitution. It go down. I want see the. But anyway, now so the gameplay in the parliament. I tell you, I saw the gameplay. All right, we dey get new money, yeah. But Mike be don't drop me bet. Mike say the 10 when be put down pass. What be say this one it dey happen. I like them and baby steps. I like them waiting tortoise steps. It reach them. This. They don't put into money before you know. Though if you say na so no more, you go just end up. Good luck with that. The game don't play on. And banga over the head. Boom. And so if for B, well. Loud you know now as we go. Let we bring Cam on board who's friend. Make we waiting na your take on this one. Welcome on board who's friend. You get the platform.
Thank you very much, AAA, for giving me the platform. And thanks to our listeners and viewers them, and thanks to the source of the information. And thank God, to colloquial journalists like within the public say, journalists no go contempt within then they put the try for and bring to we the seriousness of issues, how we able to foresee them. Thank God for that. So the issue regarding this wire, I think this technical area, and I didn't catch them in terms of legislations and laws they wouldn't put in the parliament. So you look at process they wouldn't take and the procedures. So now things they can work out where the decision can go to the side of the governor for like go ahead with the work. We want to change and denominate this money they get so. But in the aim say in the try for clear remnants of inflation and hardship and hoarding. You don't try different methods, but the remnants then they don't try all methods. So the method they use now for clear their remnants, they are fasting, they wouldn't left with this money, still the value of them and the hoarding as from within the claim and how the money they be distributed by their own job as a central bank. Because at the bank where they bank all the money for the other bank then. So na banker for banks and also na the last resort we now the lender of last resort for even the government in case they need, we then go say, we they go pick a fiscal policy when a government law for go take money in a bank. So but then if you have done the more the draw out, then they can't take, they say, well, I use this half method here, we will be to go neutralize everything. So but you can't find out, say, when you look at the decision in Parliament, you look at the secondary laws they can put when they say legislation, and now they can scrutinize and they put their affairs in there all into arguments because of their affairs, secondary, tertiary, that now like the law day, constitution day, they then get back standing orders. So now they say the area, that institution day of the government, now therefore try, let them go able for look into waiting, then go able for invest inside that institution of reforming that particular constitution. They will go able for sit down, when they talk, they know will go begin the debate there for long, all man will know in duty. But because they see when they can go some issue, when they want pass bill in the Parliament, it all reach a certain days, over 20 days or so, it will become mature if we are not argue. In other words, automatically qualify for let them go take as a bill. So if una back home beyond the date and this law, una they study, also the argue in Parliament, then una can't refuse them. Now they find out say now the decision don't go in favor of the governor where they plan for let it go develop the country from any own idea say now so I want for let investors then go come so that they go see the money value the way it is different, you know, go too much, and the way that one go secure the money for let you know go become hoarded, and then they make the money become guaranteed. But there are areas of technicality back in terms of any own areas with the public. And the technicality of the public, now in the government not be so fine. We then before don't wait certain things and people again for they say, let we wait. Let we even overrule a law so that we will see how we will make the people in life better. But because everything according to the law, and then they follow the letter of the law, then they remove the spirit of the law before don't say, well, let we exercise patience so that we were able to get a good outcome. Where we would also say the village man would not able to get access to this type of money, then he go able to adapt to them. People and go don't run out. Even though they go get a period, a window where they people get for go change their money. But how people and go aware of them when they go don't do this sum product function. And this sum product function now the one where they remove the figures then, where then they say now zeros and they come up, then they get the subgroup and all the group then are the same. The subgroup of that money they get 10 billions to this 1,000 to this. Then you find out the zeros and they all when they remove them, their minutes so they be the same. So now that point then they try for look say, then before don't try for let people know. Because the money it go vary in different function. The way they go for go purchase, the way they bank them, the way you get for clear debt, the way they try for finish transaction, we don't do internationally, all that thing, then you get for find out say it go get for affect her indirectly. It not gonna be painful, but gradually, if the business they go on, where you go talk about waiting with the talk of with natural resource extraction. With natural resource extraction now, that area if we able to get a good function there, or anything we will get where they able for stand there for say the value money now to the outside one who know with the float, like the dollar, now that's then now you go find out say we will begin to develop. Then people then go adapt them. But you get for think of the machine, like the cash points, then more people then get for use. People are acquainted with that, or the machines and they will get for begin to use coin, who will dispense them. Even though not all man will use them, but all that thing that you get for look at factors of them if you don't put them in place, other than that technicality of the law, and then the technicality kind out to the part where irresponsible, how you not able for make the people then know whose money value will they keep or deal with for transact. So all that in there, if you see, there are always things where people are not able for clear in their mind because you don't bring that secondary law. What secondary law now, you don't come become something one of the most important one. And most of the time, when you talk of technicality, when you get that get off that gets off point. And the get off point is that they don't get off from the point for good one, from the point that technically, but a small thing can always hold, which is very important in any law. When an area they most of them don't miss. And that small area they now can be don't where you go for go make a warrant of arrest. If you not show the warrant for say the car arrest person, the person sabi law, you will only say what the warrant. Show me the warrant, show me details. Once that warrant not there, because of that technicality where you don't miss, you don't go able to arrest that person. So these are the things we government get for the sit-down. They get for look at process and procedures. But some of them, they're supposed for the try for look into the spirit where the law gets. That spirit, they will say, I get the heart for the people that understand first if you then go get this. But you go see say the debate again, the party don't say you don't get enough of this because of this noise, the holla from that point there. But in case one point where it believes say, letter not come, according to the SO 25-2, if you not bring letter, carry on to the office of the clerk, let it go be aware for particular time for notify and say you not agree for that. So that thing they don't put for like can be bill within that period of days when they put, then you go lose your argument for against that point there. But it all come to if people in there that humbling behavior, of course you get a pre-humble behavior as a leader. When you get a pre-humble behavior there, you go say, well, you no go look from one aspect. You might say the speaker will look say that party instead of the governor, you don't get too much pressure, or maybe now we age group that favor around this. You might say maybe that because they see the party, this not there at some point in show him a glance, they said catch the eye of the speaker during the conversation. But I can't say that because of that, but all these are factors them when you see that they think there sometimes they go look, yes, the person to them if they want for lay in work go shine, or maybe he don't talk to me, he get problem pressure when the government is therefore put on him. Now he don't go make a statement. So all these kind of things where he will get a bit of favor. But he can't now to waiting the service get for do to the people them with the aim of what you plan for do. It good for let you go do them. You go reduce that cumbersomeness the way they take boku money for care and go. Then you go see say it cheaper again for letting them go make their notes there. So it cut down cost really, but is it going to reflect on the economy or the income of the people and who then get forget? Even though you go see still the figure then go be the same, the money go still they carry on for go purchase other things them, but it might be a cut off wherein the number we for don't get shine at 10 if you don't care go, so you go care go 5 or 3. But these are all areas where government therefore try and double up their efforts, where they will look out and go they put laws in a parliament, when I go and review that institution day for that constitution day we will make the law of the country where anybody come for challenge them, you know go challenge them in the way they say it will affect the poor man, instead it go they in the favor of the poor man wherein it will always be. But when the law they you know they favor the poor man, then there is nothing over go able for go, you know go put case again, you go able go high court, you go able go these things, but again when there is no independence of any institution, we'll get for see well, will come up, let me look into this. Now, you know the thing. But me your message no more. I got a message for the party, but me your message. I want let Abbas Bundu understand. See, he's an elder. Everybody don't get the message. He's a very intelligent man. He gave a lot of resourcefulness. But he gave to remember that time where people run during that time of war, how he be experienced a difficulty in trying to implement for able for make a business. I don't know how we use the word, but where they are going to do a business in the Gambia, how you be have for make motocar them, where they use them for they run business for hire vehicles in the Gambia, how it be find it difficult for start life in other man country because of the country now they settle. So you get to look at the area of making democracy and making the area of processes and making the areas the way you own place where you get rights, you get freedom to do what you do. Because we all be know what be the help and day for them advertise in vehicle in Gambia. We be noticing that they been go do but it been difficult because there was no peace in Sierra Leone. That's why you go to Gambia. So you have to think about these things. Say, I want to let the country, let go get settlement. People in the whole debate them every day on democracy and the area of how you they able to forget human rights, where you go deprive, where people and go benefit from that policy, the way it puts as a human right. Even today, the American embassy, they hold a Zoom meeting with some of the lawyers and they discuss how they were able for what human rights through democracy, or you will put the democracy without observing human rights, that it will become a vacuum. So now the things are in there for look, we will bring peace and stability to the country. And I'm not saying this will cause problem, but let it try in that parliament. They say maybe don't go face thing around now and I go do other side because of there was no settlement. And that one day the truth and reconciliation, they try for put in across from their thing they wouldn't. They say how would they deal with the government decision then? I'm not saying it is a wrong idea for let the government do this, but the procedure and the process wouldn't they follow. And then the government leaders them, now this time then they see the thing don't begin to hit them because then they make too much sabi about legislation, but then forget say there are areas them when are secondary, tertiary ends of the legislation, not to the one way now the constitution, then guess how they will drag you now for can lose points from our own area of arguments. So they pray, say, let the leaders they wouldn't did it, let God make, if they bring a decision, when they go so now, we not going to know if you go stop, because of course they don't get the bill, let them go get the necessary resources, we go able for make let this currency, then they can denominate, so it go able for hold water, for let it go benefit the ordinary person in a village. Because now you go think of development, they come up. Because all man they look at agriculture, all man they look at resources them, who go able benefit with. They see everything wouldn't they get. Now from the points that one day they come up, it come up. And the people and the one they use as manpower in one way or the other for development. But if you not involve them in decision making, indirectly or indirectly, when they go where they find out, say, they left a gap where you know go fill them, and God go able help with, let them not go down at the highway, and the eye as an eye, but let them say now we, and that way they want for go. Thank you very much. Let God continue for help with leaders, for get wisdom and understanding. And for Abbas Bundu, we are picking them. Let God continue for help with. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
Yeah. Welcome, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's our us friend in your submission for today. If you just join we, well, the new money, the new Leone, expect more. Because it go na parliament like small picking, but 21 days it don't mature. It a bet. It a bet better one. So soon you go see him. But remember, even the bank governor, when they ask and say if this get any significant thing we get for do to the economy, he say no. He say now like a false hope. That's how he talk. Go listen to the other program that we don't do about this. You go find and day. He say now like a false hope it give to the people. Like if I say, okay, 1,000 leons now and 1 leon. So don't begin get 1 leon back. Now yeah, me be talk say, I say, are they afraid? Because 1 leon would I use this big money them. So until then be they sell 1,000, now for let them sell on 2 leon, 3 leon, now quick. And just imagine, now be say don't come up from 1,000 to 3,000 straight up. Well, people then begin give examples, say, oh, well, yes, look, Ghana, then do am. Look yonder, then do am. Look yonder, then do am. Places then do am, which is true. But what's in that system they wouldn't get in place? What's in their own system? Do we have the same system in place? Okay. Now the question that one do. But let's come with doctor. Make we hear what's in your own take for today. Welcome on board, Dr. Satuka Kejalo. You get the platform. As we bring doctor on board, and so we'll take loss and back. I'll give it a try again. We don't
Hi,
get you.
I too.
Okay. Wait. It look like say we they call me say they call we. And we see. We look okay. We don't get some. As we they bring you on board, and so we take close you. You get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening. Good morning to many others, and I hope we all do well. Thanks to you, thanks to Us friend, and to the reporters them. We would get this information from to the listeners them and to the viewers them as well on Facebook and on the radio and the one that will get for listen afterwards. First I want to say Abidon mentioned so before about maturity. Now the problem where we get now we country, we can't do we politicians them the way they can act, in the parliament or whenever then they do something, to me is totally immature and unprofessional. With the hope say then go find a way how then go rectify them kind problems and they, tell well all the time the way we see them, on national television, for debate or for discuss something we then want for come, either approve or then just the debate on. With that said, with the new money, waiting at some of the benefits them where we feel say we go get if then change the money, reduce the zeros them, for make it easier for where they access money from the ATM. Right. So if you need like $100 bill, you not go get the $100, but like in terms of loans, I think the last day you really go over how many bills, like where you count out how many paper you go need for putting a wallet, right? So I think I think if I'm not mistaken, it was around 50, bills, of the 20 loans, but we're not going into that. My first question is waiting, then feel say this get for do for we economy. I don't feel say this get much improvement for we economy, because lot think of how then they print money. I'm sure it costs a lot of money to print new bill, to generate new bill. So I hope so they don't look into the consideration and say, you know what, the benefit here it outweighs the loss we will get for go through, or the risk of going through this new channel of creating new bills or creating new notes for the country. If not something where we feel say it will be much beneficial to we with the hope and pray saying that that's not going to happen now we economy, but I doubt that. I really doubt it. And again, waiting at some of the sensitization we then get for provide to the people them na Sierra Leone, especially we can to using the old leons versus using the new leons. How long we get for use the old money until it fades away. That it will make sense for let them put them strategies them in place for make people they understand say they use this in equivalent of this. If you get the new one at this, but now for this time frame, would they put them in say you go use them 1 year, 2 years before all them old money then they come on our street, they will just stay focused on the new one them. Again, if this they bring we any benefits, any good thing now we country in terms of economy wise, me I they ask as then they pass all the legislations they are so for things like this, what about them now thinking say let them pass a legislation we get for deal with we healthcare in Sierra Leone? When I say that, waiting at the importance of passing a healthcare legislation at the country, preventative care we can to just the basics, where somebody go now hospital, for make them check for see if you get high blood pressure, diabetes, if now then can do regular screening for cancer, with the hopes that then we will pass bills like that now the parliament than all the other hand the way then they bring up where we feel say it's important but it's not important as we healthcare now the country. And is important as well for let them put emergency medical care bill now the country, especially when it comes to them small picking them, what they see with they grow with so much, tumors them we don't know why make them they grow with them type of tumor. Me, if this not like a way for we Sierra Leoneans them, whether we they live within Sierra Leone or abroad, for now we present this type of petition to the parliament for let them go sign say if pikin is sick with some kind of medical condition where we know say this medical condition, yeah, so we not get the services them for provide for the patients or the picking them, government for take full responsibility for them type of care. Then they rather than waiting would they see they go on all the time, would they see where people then they do short videos just because they don't know who that for turn to for help, for make them go help them for raise money for do surgeries. Flying these children overseas they cost more money on people them, and that not to the way for help people then at the country we come to healthcare. So we really the hope say as this bill where they don't pass for print new money, they can come the next thing where them for really consider now the healthcare system now the country, because we they see with things and what they see, God knows some videos they not even want for opening. You know what for opening because it's heartbreaking, and every day they see the tumors and the picking then now they see then they affect the most now the country, and they make I wonder what is going on. Waiting at the need for let you run a government or let you run a country where your healthcare system is so poor. But then yet money day for travel overseas, money day for do certain things and buy motorcar them where they say maybe one of them motorcar then they can able take care of one of them picking their healthcare needs now the country. So I hope say the parliamentarians them can go to work this holiday season where then come back January, then go consider for put a legislation in place we go take care of preventative health care now the country, as well as emergency medical care for we people them, and try for restore we hospital systems them now the country. Yes, we not get a brand new hospital yet, but that funds then they go into the hospital then where we get right now for improve it in way that then we will do CT scan for diagnose people then promptly and provide them care at a reasonable time where it be say they're not going left by that sickness they till then die. So as they want for print new money, let them make sure say we get new healthcare system now the country, as well as let them try for restore we water problem, the light problem that we talk about, because all the other things and where they can right now for me in general, and I know for many Sierra Leoneans, we know saying a secondary issue, the primary issues then they fail for address, then they fail for do, and that's not the way to rule a country. And most of we yesterday we listen to the Auditor General report where they out there right now. They make you wonder why these people are being so inhumane. That's how I see the whole thing. They don't care about nobody, and that's wrong. Mortal, you get for no say no to this world no more, then will judge you. But the day of judgment they come, where everybody then will ask you, what do you do right? What do you not do right? What do you do wrong? If people then they think say then will die one day, trust me, maybe sometimes then will stop for do the wickedness what then they do to the people them na Sierra Leone. And I think then they do constantly, and they just want for continue for the drain that country. They they don't know how for squeeze them again. It seems like they squeeze the lemon. There's nothing left in it. And that's where we are right now. And it's frustrating seeing that they're trying to print a new bill, but yet we don't have a good healthcare system. Yet we don't have clean drinking water in the country. Neither do we have electricity, and sanitation. That is our paramount things to focus on rather than all length in there. Again, if it's going to benefit the country, we hope so they use the money towards the healthcare system in the country. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's now Dr. Isatuka Kejalo in your submission for today. Say, I'm passionate about the healthcare system. Like me, I don't go salon. I sick. I be get for pay and change my flight and fly come back. I can't admit now. I want that to happen. No. I need for trust the system in Sierra Leone, but I don't. That's just the truth. I don't know if you trust the healthcare system in Sierra Leone. Kudos to you. So when we can dare to speak up, not that we're against, but we want just a better system for the country. We can dare to advocate. That's what we do every day when we come here. Eh? But some man no can understand. And go ask you, say, well, then one they not be done do. I wanna expect the one for do. I want it. God help us. Let's come with Tony. Make we waiting and you don't take today. Welcome on board, Tony Toure Jones. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kusha Kabo Fambule. I've just said my own take here is the priority of this government. I mean, looking at printing a new notes, you understand, it's gonna cost a whole lot of money. And we know get money. And look the amount of leons, trillions of leons where they go down the drain in terms of leakages, money unaccounted for, funds them where not get supporting documents. And now they decide to go print more money. You understand? Does that gonna help the economy? You get for improve on with GDP? I think say their focus has to be areas that are relevant, areas where you feel say we're able for grow, we for make with the exports more than with the imports. We're going to give with a favorable balance of payments or trade. We're going to for improve on with GDP. I think that should be their focus. You understand? Then they need to see how they can able to give more opportunities to people on the ground. There's nothing wrong giving concession to international companies, but even Sierra Leoneans on the ground that want to do business, they need some of these concessions. They need some of these tax breaks. You understand? They need some of these things. That's why if they're able for control leakages in a salon, you control leakages and you make sure the institutions then way all government money or where they embezzle government funds paid up to the actual amount, even if you give concession or even if you give tax break to individual Sierra Leonean business, it won't affect the economy because what you make, then people here they create more jobs, then people are go able to pay more taxes, then people are go able to open up the economy, then people are go able for so many advantages where the government go able for derived. You understand? But looking at all this money, look at the 2 million analysis study, 200 and something million loans taken for Sierra Tel, who they not able to account for. Sierra Tel, they staff the one for strike. So money they want for invest, money they want for use, $7 million taken for EDSA. Things the areas they want for our institution, they want for able for bill upon. For able for serve as the bedrock, for form like the foundation. Because it's like building a house, there is no way you go just put the structure. There should be a strong foundation, and most of the foundation, the things that we make up a strong foundation. Then and the left, there's nothing wrong for making change the currency, but it's not relevant. It's not it's not part of the foundation. It's not a primary focus. The primary focus is how do you build the economy? How you go able to open up the economy? How you go able that kind of growth? You understand? When you go able for make more people. So in fact, waiting with the eat or waiting with the use in a salon is not produced in Sierra Leone. That now make GDP. Got somebody where got access to internet. Just Google and see compare the GDP between Guinea and Sierra Leone. They're over 1,000. When they talk about 400 and 484, somebody can Google it and watch. Why? Because so many, when you go Guinea now, they got so many things where they can manufacture in Guinea. Zinc, nail, this, you name it. Cement, they have more than 2 factories that Guinea where they produce cement. So most of them money, then wave them for take for export, for send out, for import some of them things. They've been produced inside Guinea. For instance, Capri Sun, juice what they drink. They have a factory in Guinea where don't pass 10 years, in fact. They have all these things that are established in Guinea. Even when they get an instability, the government will work in that way. But the economy is much more stronger than we economy. Why make you always compare Guinea and we? Because before in those days, when we did Guinea, then they compare Guinea. Guinea not even get drainage. Where Salon get drainage. Now them people green there with the jumper. You understand? Guinea, all that thing they don't pass 10 cents. Look at Guinea infrastructures. Look at their roads. Look at everything that is happening. Guinea, when we say they don't go back to school. Look at we. Their GDP, their everything, their economy. It's more. There's much more growth. You have more people doing business in Guinea, imports. You have a lot of Sierra Leoneans now, they export, even our business people, they send goods in Guinea instead of selling a salon. Because you get so many bureaucracy, so many pressure down at the Wataki, so many taxes, so many this. So they have to look at the nitty-gritties. They have to look at those things. Those things, I feel say, they need for focus. But making money, then say, how relevant was that going to be? How if you say we improve where every day the money they lost value, they depreciate. That go appreciate, go give with currency appreciation. No, there is no way. The only way we currency go able for appreciate, for make it become stronger. Because even if you pull all the zero, no means say the currency will be stronger. No, there's no way. In fact, what it go bring? It go bring a massive inflation. Watch this. The day when they go introduce that currency, I'm telling you, the inflation we are seeing right now will be worse than the one we see now. Because basically, I mean, how many things with the exports? We are not exporting. We just depend on say na mining companies no more, na the normal for export. No, there's so many things that we people can keep from produce and export na salon. But the foundation, if you know what I work out factory na salon, we no get light. What I work out for bring strong factory na salon the manufacture depend on ship. Eh? You can forget, make sure say there's a sustainable plan in place where make sure say there's enough power. We're going for driving industrialization. We're going for driving a lot of factories. You know, almost Guinea, almost Salombu, they spend every time we light, they almost gallon and they use. Now by tanker, then they buy MP, they can't deliver. All that they increase on their overheads. Tell me too, how Salombu will go expand? How will they expand where majority of their profits, you understand, then they go into overheads? There's no way. And they use in Salombu because not just one of. You know how many factories in Sierra Leone where the overhead increase? Where in very just because lights not there. All these mobile companies are what they talk about. So 60% of their sites or 70% or 80% of their sites now generator. When they increase the cost, all those costs so that they burn them. Now we define and use how the people that are on the ground where they make costs. Now then they burn the cost, now make it expensive. So doing business in Sierra Leone is very challenging. So they have to look at those things where say, then if we invest now, the ripple effects, the benefits will be greater. There's doctor they talk about hospital. Most of the hospital not even get lights. Operation when they go on, lights go. Sustainable lights now, the people even run in private hospital, there is no lights. So if you say those little things, wait for develop the economy, wait for make our economy with GDP strong, because when you get more, you export more, you understand, they help for improve your economy, you understand. So I mean, it's not a problem. Is it timing? Is it our priority right now? Doc mentioned a whole lot of things that we're not done in our priority. People sickness and where they go holiday. Some people not for say they don't want to go holiday. They health concern. When they go salon and get attacked, medicine there for there, the hospital there for actually provide the service. No. Even when you get the money in your hand, your service not available. When you ask questions, they get issue with you. So let them look at those important areas. Those important areas now, then they go drive the economy. You don't need for church the currency that's anything because it get for cost them more money for print money. It get for cost them money. Why you not go take that money the way they carry for print money for provide certain necessities? I mean, that's not my take. I mean, they have to prioritize things. There are important things that we able for prioritize. We're able for put bread and butter on people at the table. Nobody not expect government for give them bread and butter. But the enabling environment, you for make sure say the environment very conducive. We go make some man where they run business na beach. If na one gallon petrol say fi burn for they go glad they say, hey, I make profit today. But how it sell? Now so they go na normally for go buy fuel. How in business they sell? Now so they go na normally for go buy ice. Tell me too. If light you go buy ice. If light you go buy petrol for car diesel for car diesel. So no, all those overheads they make people their business not they go. So some man just they do business for going concern. You understand? But they are not even making that kind of margin. That's not me. They need to focus on areas where we develop. Then benchmark Guinea. Then grab them go Rwanda. See them go Rwanda for go copy best practices from Rwanda. Then can they replicate those things where they go see now Rwanda? No, it was just spending money, whatever. They say them go Yasu. Not even go far. Go Guinea now, where they neighbor we. And go copy and see how they manage the natural resources and see the type of players the way they get in their country. And the revenue they generate state in their own mining resources and agriculture and other things that we do. And factory and industrialization with it. They need for copy from Guinea. That's why even go Rwanda because we say go business Uganda not even with it. That's not me take Abraham. It's sad. It's the only thing of the even dirty. Look what they at the watch what you post yesterday where the mayor they show dirty. People that they say dirty can't wear. Holiday okay. People that they go salon with their picking there. Where them pull up abroad, wherever na the world they go, you see you say papa come out. You were for married or you man where you can't not to Sierra Leonean. You see dirty parking on streets. How you go brag? How you go bluff to the man? The man's go na the country. You see dirty parking on streets and they politicize all them things they do. Wait for big priority for clean, them basic things and the way for be the focus. Now that thing and they for first part. Now it's more important. We go make person can see the beach. You see this, you say yes, this is a viable place for can invest. This is a virgin place for make a can invest. Can you see the environment not even conducive? You see smoke they come out and at the end of the day you see dust, you see hug then they pass. I watched that documentary, I nearly cried. And those little things they need for changing currency, then say they pull the zeros. It was make our economy strong. No, nothing. That's not take Hebrew.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Tony Turi Jones, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo, and to you, Usfen Kamara, for your own submission today. I see a lot of people we don't begin call, but to not be open the phone line yet. Maybe now you first and this for come, we get panelists them working, get a own take, then we can open the phone line. Like right now, the phone line don't open. So you be part of the program. You get opportunity now for call and be part of the program. If you want to call WhatsApp number at 232-78-990-991. WhatsApp 232-78-990-991. You can call United Kingdom. United Kingdom na 44-739-803-0402. That's na United Kingdom. 44-739-803-0402. Not to WhatsApp. United Kingdom, not to WhatsApp. United States, not to WhatsApp. United States and 1-646-610-3107. When you call, please, you get 3 minutes. 3 minutes for give your own take on the topic where we discuss right now. Yes, caller, you get the platform. Your name and also the call from, please.
Yeah, Mina Bakar, I call from London.
Yes, Bakar, you get 3 minutes, sir. What thing are you take, sir?
Yeah, bro, you be the talk something this now, where they talk say them pass over APC the aid. Maybe what are not to APC the aid them pass them on that saloon people the aid them pass them. Them people and they sit on a parliament, they know what thing and they do. You want to me say Cherry Coco, KKY, they don't know say before 21 days they for the rights for letting debates on the thing. They know on land day. They know you know how they behave in a parliament, like with 2 lawyers in a party. They meet up and case. Then they argue. You go see say then they go and fetch self na courts. But when they take recess, then go sit down. Then they laugh over it. Then they drink them beer. Now so them people that they skits we. They know me. I know they pull them on. They know say this thing. Then get for sensitize with people the first. Then get for know about this currency. Nobody know. Then just take on a pass on a pass. They make like they don't know. Say the thing don't mature. Don't even go make no like then they argue. Me, I don't catch them pambokuti. Look like that's the way Cherry Coco begin talk about and they don't give mining contracts. They don't go through parliament. They go la force them now we am. After that, you know, nothing again. I think say that they not been getting your small things. We don't go get your small thing. They set them out. But now we people then they suffer no more. That parliament then a mockery then they make to people then. Allah make noise, knock table, do all kinds of things. But then salary they go up always. Then they get pay. Look, the man will be expect much from now they can't even kill. But we can talk people and they say we them. That man then have to go and talk boku other side no more. The parliament now they always sit on the. For me that man they open mouth say they want to take me and pull Bangana fire. You go na parliament they talk word like that one day. Now pull out pan and see well better know there. The biggest one pan they all the biggest cook now they say go make speaker of the house. Man we they under Pasheki Sakam for thief. Tijankaba seize them for thief. Then they can go put on a parliament. The man don't get all use them back. They mock people and they suffer in other country. They me, them parliamentarian and they are nothing to me. They are nothing. Me, they do nothing where they impress me. And they surprise where they see how they be. The only thing I see them fetch pan for this census because they know say APC know say if they allow them let that census they go. And two, SFPP go put beaucoup people in their own side, so them go get advantage for that for the election. I make you see they make fet too. But they all are party bra. They know what they do. And they sorry for people that no more they suffer every day. Now that's not me own bra. Now that's not me own take.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who you call from, please.
Hello, Triple Zainab from Atlanta.
Yes, you get 3 minutes, Zainab.
Okay. The money wouldn't say they just pass na parliament. Like the previous caller said, then people and then parliamentary is there, so they know exactly. In a game they all they play. When they don't begin allow for say like for say they care. Then people like the previous like doctor said, they're very humane. Then people are also not good for country. When they don't and begin they allow like for say they care. They know about it. And that law they needs to be taken out of the constitution. Because it not make no sense. Why the speaker not going to bring come and we call and remind people and for say there is a bill that we have to debate on. Then no, man, I am so fed up of this country. I tell you, we not get money. Who's in the carry money? Who's in the pull money for can print more money? Now I don't understand. You know, we not they do any exports. The money self, the income self, where they na the country and the tax them, not even enough for pay the government workers. Then pass them they go lengths and then they wait for handouts. You know, then people are so they don't mean good for we country at all. They just did it. People, I'm so fed up. Anyways, that's all I get to say right now.
Much, Zainab. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who you call from, please.
Lawrence Fox in Eastern. I call from London.
Yes, Lawrence. 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. The basic thing what they talk here is you see the parliament are just pauper. You want to blame the other side, but you self see how the speaker then behave. The bank governor don't go even print notes, and not even get parliamentary approval. There's a pointer to the fact. Yeah? I don't know the what they take. Number two, look at the census. Parliament don't say no, they don't want a census. Who's Mother Bill they pull money for conduct a census? Number three, look at what Mother Bill do. He sack the like I tell you, Pierce. Parliament not for discuss 10 kind of bill. And the parliament is not even sincere to us, the people. You want to blame some of the opposition, but it's frustrating. You see how the speaker behave. Now we just taking ruling. Thing of significance for affect the picking there. Therefore, generation yet unborn. So for the parliamentarians and for debates, they self get a say. No, you not get a say. It's a dictatorship, authoritarianism. I'm gone so. Number four, let's look at it. Now you like how you say, the money not to get value because the money to come back to the same root one that they talk about. That's just waste of money. Because the man don't tell you say it's just like what? I forget the word you self. It's just like a cover up or like what? A psychological effect. Yes, sorry, a false hope. I will build something on false hope. That's what the government did. A false hope. What are you talking about? When your money gets a value, like I see you wonder where you contribute your contributors. Yeah, all of them bring the indicators. You never get proper medical health care to attract investors into your economy. Like you don't get mind go sit down as a to do. You don't get mind. You don't go that way. Two. Yeah, electricity is not there. There's no water supply. There's no good road network. There is no water supply. I mean, there's no proper education. There's no proper university. Now, all that they build economy with now. So if you devalue the money, they get the value, almost export and the export. So if the economy not get to appreciate all these things, when they compare and say, but Ghana gets all these things when they put it, almost universities Ghana gets, almost export Ghana the export. Guinea they try for export. So if you decide for devalue money, well, redenominate your money. If you meet up the market structure, that is your expenditure. It's in the way you export, job creation, housing, electricity, investors coming into your economy. You people they don't talk and done. So this doesn't make sense. They don't take us seriously. They don't take us seriously. They take us for a ride. They're taking advantage of our people. Then a thief, they want thief at the end of the day. Then the thief at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, wait for make the people of Salon stand up against these dictators. where we see the parliament and the stifle opposition self to the point. Kind of, I know, I don't know, someone talk about kind of, just like, just like the most useless power I ever see, self. Because if you're saying, sorry, I don't want to say that on the program, sorry, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, big size, my opinion. I respect that view, sir. But the thing is, because if he is claiming that he's going to be the third force, if one man among the nation is righteous, and when we get that loud voice, we said before the supporters, and Okada Imkela is a true parliamentarian, he's fighting for us. But no, you know, they say even this. What's they discuss about budget? You see, the two important to the parliamentarians, they're discussing about budget. That's important.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. Well, we all lost Lawrence. No lost Lawrence. Yes,
Hello?
caller, you live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yes, this is Alhaji. I call from California.
You get 3 minutes, Alhaji.
Yeah, AAA. My brother. Yeah. Yes, as I say, my brother, this. Hello? Okay. Yeah, my brother, this thing we they talk so may God help we. Because who say we country they go only God now you know. Because then people they know exactly what then they do. Now then they are the president talk say ain't don't accomplish waiting he been get now in manifesto. So all what he they do now extra. So if we look at the way how them people are they talk and how things they unfold, census where me and you, based on what we understand, the people away then they go big too. Now then see, we know they put time on this thing because this thing we don't see at the end of the day they born good picking, meaning the good picking way them be they expect. Then say problem in the now the previous one. So this term, the one can do other thing. Okay, una know you will go through. The people and see saying a nonsense. Then so we know they mix. The government say would they do and pauper. This money business within the talk so it don't make no sense. AAA, it just don't make no sense. When you change $100, the value of the dollar to the Leone and waiting you get for take and for buy, not just the same with the value this money, pull 10-0, pull whichever zero. Now the same amount, waiting the $100 able to do for you now. Now the same thing the $100 get for do for you after the devaluating get for the value. Then people like they know what then they do. Now then don't keep the money them. Now then get the money them where they don't keep. People then they cry. Now the country say money no day. Who the hell will feel say I get the money? Then the value this now then still they get the money. But this now something they say now yeah. It not gonna make sense to other people them for now, but with the term reach, we all go realize if somebody go listen to this me audio today, it go say somebody been talking one thing. Term will come, government no get for day. What I mean by that? People and go see them people who they call government. Then they do things them on their own. So people and get forget about them. All man they see the lie and the thing the way then they do. Say where they go sit down for themselves. So where election ten get for come, people they not get for go vote. May then just sit down there and continue for the way then they do because it don't make sense.
Okay.
We they pray and hope say we people them, we will get people them back home. We make they do all them things they have for the talk. For many people they are able to listen and change things them. Now for they talk. Like waiting doctor been said just now. Me brother go take treatment na Chinese hospital na kill the one go kill and they. Then go get and drip. The drip way they give na in one killer. Now the problem where he get, he don't pass wetin e go with na hospital, because the healthcare, anytime when me person sick na salon, I dey afraid. But na my own contribution.
Okay, thank you very much, Alaji. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
This is Lamin the call.
You can speak up, please.
Yeah, this is Lamin the call from New York.
Yes, Lamin, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, this is our country issue, but one thing we I notice about the country, everybody just too hypocritical in the country. People and just too self-centered. Everybody care about himself. Like what happened at Salon, so all along all man they halal, they blame parliamentary, not parliamentary, and go say or this what they do. Okay, before I can understand, but this particular parliament, we all know they form this parliament. They form for a purpose, and then they carry on with the purpose. No matter what you say as a parliamentarian, another parliament say, you know they go through. Parliamentarian and they write a deal, where therefore let them gazette the deal. They know they allow them for gazette them. Even the government print in press, and they allow them for print the deal. Only waiting the government in one for doing they do. They don't build them. People don't know about it, and they only go on. Even the parliamentary proceedings, when they take that camera and the video, people as well, then they record. Then they allow, let you get your recording, which you don't contribute to the parliament. Then they allow you for let you get them, let you distribute what you contribute to. And most of we they listen to this program now, so I don't say, very few of we they follow parliamentary proceedings in Sierra Leone. Most people they do them. Always they sabi no for blame. Or they blame the parliamentarian, or they blame the parliamentarian. What do you expect somebody for doing and inside? You're not able to do them. People have to understand this. And some people like they mention, some people like, oh, this person KKY and this and like I don't talk about useless this no. What do you expect that man for do? Now one going to go change the system. A system we don't watch for how many years, not only on top. Then they even allow for talk in the parliament. You know what in the man they go through there where you don't know, where years they go they blame unnecessarily. So tell what you did there, so you're able to do nothing. If you just say the same thing, you can't do them. Una know what's good for the country, but deliberately una they refuse for follow waiting for making the country go before. We the people that say now we say for blame. All these predicaments who offend so they like it today, now we responsible. Not to anybody now we. But when you can't radio for talk or television, now different things they talk. We begin to talk something they over. When they get journalists they go for go talk about the country issue, they go begin to defend themselves politically. They're all attached one way or the other. So the politics then Sierra Leone and for pull at the head and let all man be genuine, they follow the right way. Then they go let the country go before. But if we did this politics here, all man did on one side. You go try for tarnish this other person in character just for making your people they look good. And that's very bad. That country don't ever go before if you're so we do things. When you talk to a good, then brand you, then put your own hand idea. They are always team up for genuine cause, then they always go against them. Then they blast when they talk bad about them. Look like even you this station where you get so, they get a lot of people who go against you because you they say the truth. You know, hide nothing. Yes, some of we know that day. Would that day for the truth? They never ever hail you. They always talk bad against you. They try for tarnish you. So let's Sierra Leone and stop that. If you don't stop that, that country will ever go before. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, caller. The phone line don't close. We get a lot of people for return calls too. So the phone line don't close. On this particular topic, the phone line don't close. All right. But the return calls there now. If you be don't call, not call again, or you call again, you dey fall among the one that will not for call back. So once you be don't call, just relax, cross your leg, they sip your ginger beer, and wait for your own call for coming. Okay. Yes, caller. Your name and also the call from, please.
Yes, Triple A.
You get 3 minutes tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Listen, that first caller, I agree completely with that. Then two people that do not care about somebody they can even make excuse. What you go do? Why go blame them? Where they for blame them? I don't say this over and over. When APC as opposition don't ever take any social issue, we will not get nothing for do politics and walk away in a parliament. Never. They never do them from where they don't be opposition. Then they only raise a voice and try for walk away anything we attach into politics and we get for hinder them. But if anything else will concerning the public, the ordinary Sierra Leonean on the streets, then they do because nothing we don't all sit on the then guy and a cult. Then guy they all know themselves. They all be done go na IMAT, FBC, they be done there as cults. Then they in a cult system. They know themselves. They all na college made and one day they will study na overseas. Some of them hadn't studied na salon and study before they go overseas. Now cult system and they another place. We people and they suffer. Marabio, I can tell you, Marabio, Marabio, if anybody they think just like that other Mr. Alaji said, Marabio, he don't throw a flag. Marabio no even care if Sierra Leonean they exist. Look the way the guy they behave. Look how recklessly they talk now. And the time where he go talk now, State House, say in the fly, now they double down on that. Now you don't take another they make music. Something that today na the one pot show where I don't know na party business, but he talk that again. He dey even make joke call with the journalist, the newspaper there. And don't tell them say he go fly. And they mention about money where you go get na Boston or Massachusetts, where for can open a prosthesis institution, we may not see. When they talk about like this man when they speak of the house. Abbas Bunu, just like how the other person, the first column say, Abbas Bunu, like we old enough for see and we be the campaign, we been just kind to politics during Sheikh Stephen in time. The man is a corrupt agent, like a civilized pimp and also like a civilized porn star. The guy not get one shame. If you show me any civilized nation where any man will get dignity, will hold a very hierarchy position like that. You know, thing that speak of the house, some countries they speak of the house after the president, vice president, stuff like anything do with them. The speaker of the house, now they third in command. Now the man and they show naked up. If sometimes you they resign, you they say no. Even if not to even do it, you they just resign. You participate and they say no. This is a disgrace to the nation. You don't resign. But what did the guy say? He said, in mount himself, let them move on. That tell you who side this guy day. Who side 80 day. Let God continue for help with the coaching that another the guy say. Salon don't reach to a point, but now one thing they say, we young people then go for stop for dance. Until they stop for that. When Mother be your talk in the State House, where in talk for say, he don't finish in what's in that whatever name would I a manifesto. You know the people and they clap for him. You know the people and they clap for him. Well, until that finish, just like what that man say, time go for come. Where then Guyana then go for the boat themselves in. Me they tell and say, my brother, not so fast because I don't know what else we need for do for let with people and sensitize. I don't know what else we need for do for let something good out with people and made. Because now the same people that sit under the green, you hear them they clap behind them, you hear them they dance. Look the one that way dance behind Samura than this year. Because now the same people them. Look the one that way they dance behind Samura than this year. Now you go look them people and they so then they won't even eat. So then they don't pass 2 weeks, eat rest and plazas. Now Pamai they put. But now the same people the one that they energize. So we should don't know no more they talk about the same people yeah, we people in the suffer. But then they see them. Maybe now we they give them that because the thing that we see done at the diaspora, where they call me middle net, we run for go na real money. We run for go na Western Union for go sell money for them. But you look their behavior, you look their attitude, you look the thing that when they do behind them people there, then you should come back and say, why I forget a headache? Why I for raise my blood as don't have my blood pressure 150 over 180? Then the people and why they holler for because me they see what here and then they see and when they talk they're not here. But if this country my brother is sorry, it's sad. Mind that.
Thank you very much, Umar. So Umar not be there yesterday, but today he don't represent. Eh? Will they call you Or they return calls there now. Not call, or if you call, you go make you mix up and who knows how we don't say or not they bring kind new person. But as long as you be don't call, expect we call. Yes, caller, I did live on here. You name and side call from, please.
Hello, hi, there. Calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, you
How
get
you
3
guys
minutes.
doing? Yeah, my take, what I'm trying to tell people is, I've been watching you guys, and thanks very much for the job that you guys been doing. But the only thing I'm going to tell every Sierra Leoneans that we've been seeing stuff like this going is going to be a time that we're going to stand up and we put this stuff to an end. And our leaders is going to come to a time that none of them will have any safe haven in any country in this world. We got to bring them back to justice, and we're going to campaign for that. That's all I have to say, for people to understand that. And thank you very much, guys, for the good job that each and every one of you guys have been doing for Sierra Leone. And may God bless you all.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
caller. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
They call you. Expect we call. You get 3 minutes. You name and side call from, please.
Yeah, Ibrahim, I call from Maryland.
3 minutes, Ibrahim.
All right, thank you to all the callers and Doctor and Brother Wistrand. May God continue to bless with us. If the politician, they all, either in opposition or in the ruling government, they all do not care about the people. Then they take advantage of the illiteracy boku in that country there. Because anything we then tell the supporters or the sympathizers and they follow. Because it's not that country out there also they see now the Congress. We this in the same party, but if when a party one count a bill where this say it not go in the interest of the country, some man is trying to support this bill. But anytime when they say the high have it all the time. Look about the way they talk. It will tell you say now dictatorship business now they do in that parliament. But I'm not going to be surprised. Because it don't start from the president itself. The way the president they go in that country today, it's like na dictatorship. Now they go in the country right now. We no only get president we get love for that country day. Starting from the president, they come down, they all not get love for the country. They only care about themselves, they don't care about the masses. With people me sometimes they blame them and they blame them back too much because you understand you know this. How many of we say we land book? No constitution. How many of you know we write? So this is the problem. When they teach the constitution at the school curriculum, not people know about the constitution like Yaso. When they say if you know you right, trust me, them politicians they can't be fool you. Then they work for we. Anything we do not so good, then they do we. This money when they try for change so, you know we forget no changes, no value, no for the economy. For say the only thing it just for reduce no more like now if you change $100 the money they give boku. Now the only difference than the normal where they change that. But for say it can't changes in the economy. I don't think so. Then people that them plan for change this currency, the money will not embezzle. If the government change if they can't get for council of a commission of inquiry, we never foresee against the money will not take boku because the money value it don't count on small. Now the bank government now to na parliament, it talk about bribe. Parliament not someone now. AC not invite them. But then still in parliament they make noise, let's say na picture. That's why always I talk and say the Bible and the Quran when they swear for they say then they can't work in the interest of the country. When they go, then change. That Quran and that Bible they get for president. From this one to next one. Now we get with the swearing now. Because since we don't get power, we don't get nobody where we talk for we. The media, the civil society, everybody don't silence. Look what happened at State House. The president say if they give 200 million news, now they can increase to 500 million news for try for continue for silence the journalists. So that's for first we will not get power. Now God now we get for with the act now. Let God give punishment from this one to next one. Thank you very much. Let God bless you and God bless you, Salon.
Thank you very much. Abraham.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't talk say the phone line don't close, oh, because I see some man still the tower for call. Phone line don't close. But if you be don't call, don't worry, we're gonna call you back. Salon problem? No, they don't know. Every day we get a new one. Yes, call your name and outside the call from, please.
Good evening. Yeah, consultants that come from Delta.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, thank you. You know, Triple A, this, I don't know, but like, we're talking about, but this 21st century is more than this. Polo will get somebody like Madabio. Any civilized nation, no more. Somebody like Madabio again after all the history they will put her as a president, elect him. I don't know, really what's happening. So, come in, I vote for Amadeo. Come here, I don't can vote for the kind of people in the world, no history. What you do this? No, what you catch you people like, maybe. So to God, fool them, say, he will can fight corruption. In the father of democracy, all that book up for fool people and number. And then the parties have vote, matter do for be champion, pa. Do for be CSSF. But the corruption fighting. If you been champion that one day alone, me, I probably don't check and say, okay, this man, I probably don't sign up. I swear to God. God, I always see the activities. Who got the first? Unable. Now that we more are going to the support you and help you for do things. Unable manage your affairs. Where I'm going to back, I need to siphon back. Launder the money, people that did it. So fortunate, absolutely. This we get a law, we got big work in our country. So right now, Saudi, it's like over the hospital, you get life, you don't have life support. So that country, right, sir. Can you imagine? Then things they will be the bite. In a few years ago, now if you check them, the price, you don't triple. If you ask for cement bag right now, cement bag, would be less, small. Go at least not get smaller bullet than at all. Because the guest bag you look at, things are hard. And also you have to oh, mercy. Sad. It's hard. Anyway, we need to do something. We need to do something 2023. All right, tell man. Because today in Gullible supporter, they're going to talk, say, hey, election at 2024. Can't continue with this system again. Because you see that man in first 5 years, unable to deliver, unable to do nothing. Sit down back, you get the gums on back, they talk, say, you don't deliver all what you've been promised. Now, manifesto and state out that day, people at the clamp for her back. So you go and talk back up to today, they talk saying the fly for what? Must you know one go no longer. Yeah, I know the line. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Done. Last but one. Says me Ghanaian brother them. Last but one. Let's see if this person available. Then we'll call if. Yes, call your name and outside the call from, please.
Mariama.
Yes, Mariama. You get 3 minutes.
Okay, how you do? How everything? Thank you. One of the people posted about what can happen. Nothing about go for them people there. You immediately look at things. I guess matter being government, they want for more to everybody. And besides, they want for do like one party state, now they want for prayer for do. Then that old thing which done at that parliament, where if for be a grandfather for Marabi, in another one we just then the mess. You know what's are the rules and regulation. But maybe they try for we say it will survive after everything. But this God here, we make that man sit down at that chair. Now go make back if we. God go punish them why we not swear no more now go to swear them. If not the good thing and they do, let God make let them dead. If but if not so good then they do. Let God confuse them, let they just they do what they do. Say the couple fool. I guess not that they don't they cancel now. Every day when they bring new law. Every day when they bring new law. When I don't take the money, when I take a loan, I go. Why when they go bring other currency? We not even wash anything for we again. Everything don't get so expensive that I can't feed it. And we some of food in there. Not the few people that because me the people that I will say they well to do. But yes, still got a family line, they will go for the assist. And even sometimes they be your family, you get your friend. Things are just too hard. Yeah, we know say things been hard before, but now it don't become worse. We dey pray God let no go more than dandy. But we dey pray to God, me for me, I dey pray with the dandy them. Then idiots then the God go punish them. Damn halaki bota man jahana man ain't go can on the head. Una kana re. Are they there why they pass mark. Then pass mark. But then they so man say era dengue. Mende man say we hun lega wa. Hun de ju hun lega. We lewe. We je lega lo we hun. We je le lo we hun. And I pay every day one green thing. For this man every day. People then go must grumble. But you get the idiot the way they be in there. Then they see the bar said, then say then I lesser people there, then I elite them. Then that the most illiterate idiot the way me don't ever come across. But God will punish you all. God will put you whole na jahannama una where the condolence in it. Una see say na bad. It affect people the way they don't know nothing about government, but una don't damn care about it. God will punish una. God will bring una to judgment. Una the one that already supporting nonsense in this. I not them care about whether you support or not support. But you not condemn them. But we go inside the water side. Now that no more call for. Let God bless you all. Let God make you to the pray for. Let God answer we. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mayama.
Bye.
Yeah. Mayama, our last caller for today. I hope I don't miss nobody. Unless if you've been called when you know phone call. Okay. Now we'll go end everything today. We swear that now. Well, let's say if you know say you not take, you go say stuff lie. Also. Yeah, but the first lady back be don't sweat ready. Also. And how they see things they unfold. You don't know who swamp at the swear the way they work right now. But we just say let we can let we make we all know say it get for happen, the new money. It get for happen. And Sierra Leone. We're gonna have an interesting topic tomorrow on the good old days. Salon the trend right now and not for the good reason. And I feel say like one mama picking them. You know who can do them? Who no get boundaries on the good old days. And then they will discuss now tomorrow. It's gonna be an open topic. And I don't even want to forget a hint. Come here tomorrow. If you're not king, come here on Friday. You don't miss so. Can't no more. Because the trend with salon they make right now, we need for correct them. Yeah? Okay. But again, don't forget to say, all we want for do, who the advocate now, and for let salon be the kind of country we want them. The politicians then will tell you say they don't do their own. But we, the ordinary citizens, we know what we want. We know how we dey suffer. And the reason that they will make with the there every day. We can't talk about we good, sweet Mama Salon. Hope the government go listen and then go understand who side the cry they come out. Eh? Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple A, Tata.